My parents were just really quiet, and I was just waking up from the surgery, and all I remember is being wheeled across the parking lot into the hospital to be admitted. And there the doctors told me that they had found a 9-centimeter tumor. They didn't know if it was cancer yet, so they took a piece of it to test it and stuff. And they just basically told me they're pretty sure it's cancer and that I would have to go through chemo.
Right now, we are, I think, doing an incredible job treating patients with cancer and other rare, serious diseases. It's phenomenal what people have done with what they have. We've gone from when I started in this business, probably less than 30%, 35% of children with cancer were surviving, to now around 75%. But in the end, things are starting to plateau.
There's no more helpless feeling than sitting there watching a child dying, knowing that you have nothing left to offer them. And that's really one of the strong motivating factors for all of us in this field.
It was called rhabdomyosarcoma, and it was stage 4, which through other tests they found on a regular CAT scan your body looks white except for like your brain and the places that are working. And you compare my body picture to that, and mine looked like a black Christmas tree. The cancer was everywhere throughout my body.
We have an incredible challenge ahead of us. I think that molecular medicine will be a game changer.
Molecular medicine, in a nutshell, goes by many names. Personalized medicine, precision medicine, molecular medicine. The underlying theme for it all, though, is to provide very specific genetic information that would guide therapy.
Our genomes are all subtly different, and the tumors that unfortunately people get are all very unique in many ways, and therefore require therapies that are directed to that particular patient's tumor. Our goal here is to show that we can do this in real time for patients. That is, when they need the treatment, to have a way to analyze those data that not only helps us make decisions, but also get smarter with time. The ability to bring new drugs to these patients who are in quite desperate need of new therapies.
We know that we need new drugs, but we have to choose those drugs based on the type of information that comes from genomics and genetic sequencing.
Children are still the orphans of medicine. They usually get medications or drugs after adults. I've always said that children get sick just as fast, and in fact they die just as fast as adults with bad diseases or bad cancers, and therefore need to be able to have access to these kinds of new technologies just as much as adults do.
Right now, the Molecular Medicine Institute is focused on oncology or cancer, primarily because that's where almost all of the work in molecular medicine to date has really gone. But what we're building here is a molecular medicine platform that can be used for a variety of childhood diseases.
One of the most exciting things about all of this is that what we're proposing to do here is what we all believe is going to become essentially universal in the practice of medicine. Genetics is going to become the foundational element of medicine going forward in the future. I think there's no question about that.
I was just in shock, and I later found out that with chemo I had a 20% chance survival rate, and without chemo I would have maybe 6 months to live.
These children and young adults go through this journey with unbelievable courage, with stamina, with hope, and I can remember really every single one of my patients who have passed away. I think it's just part of what we experience, and that gets internalized. And in many ways, that's what drives us to get smarter and to make a difference.
There were days when I would just sit in my hospital bed and cry, and my mom would just have to be like, Katie, you need to take it one day at a time. You need to just take breaths and not think about tomorrow or when you're getting out of here. Just take it one day at a time.